All right, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Matt Farber. I am the Director of Oncology Advocacy and Professional Relationships for AbbVie. Basically what that means is I get to work with some wonderful organizations in the nonprofit space, on the patient side, also on the professional side. So, groups that focus in oncology with nurses and physicians and pharmacists and social workers, but also organizations on the patient side, organizations like the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, American Cancer Society, et cetera, and just work on partnerships with AbbVie. And we're very proud to support those organizations and to be here for the first meeting of this Advocate Summit. This really cuts across a number of our different disease areas. Obviously, I focus on oncology, but we are active in many others, which we could certainly talk about. But really what I wanted to focus on here is introducing our speaker, the keynote for today. And his name is Matthew Zachary, and he has a long history in the oncology space, in the advocate space, really just in the space of making sure you are your best advocate. And he has a lot of information he'll be sharing. He has a video that's going to talk about everything that he's done, so I don't want to spoil too much. But I did want to tell a few stories about Matt because he and I have known each other for over 10 years now. And it's interesting, we actually started our relationship at a meeting similar to this one. So if you flash back to 2009, he and I were together in Branson, Missouri, at a conference for nurse navigators in the oncology space. I was there at the time to give a talk about how Medicare is reimbursing nurses for navigation services, which those of you who know is basically they don't, or they didn't at least back then. So I had a really, happy-go-lucky talk to give. But there was a person going before me who I hadn't met yet. His name was Matthew Zachary, and he was up there and he told his story, which again, I'm not going to spoil. You'll probably hear a lot about it, of his cancer diagnosis and how he emerged from that in a very different place and what he was now able to do and what he had started with the organization Stupid Cancer. At the end of the talk, it was incredibly inspirational. There was literally not a dry eye in the house. Standing ovation when he's done, and he walks off the stage, and up here I come to talk about Medicare reimbursement. It was awesome. So at that time I vowed I will never follow you again on stage. I said this to Matt. And so when the Advocate Summit said, oh, do you know Matt Zachary? He's doing a keynote. I said, awesome, yes, I'd be happy to introduce him. Just do not put me on after him. That's the most important thing that we covered. And they said they were happy to do that. So I think what he has to share with you today is perfectly aligned with what we've been talking about at this conference. And I'm super excited to hear what he's been up to and for him to share with you all the great tools that he's worked on over the years and what he's developed and how he's going to hopefully enlighten all of us with his knowledge. I hope he's listening. I told him I wasn't going to embarrass him too much, talk about any of the other fun that we've had over the years. So I'll probably just leave it at that. Hopefully he's on and listening, and we'll be able to kind of jump in after the video that you guys are going to see in a minute. So please enjoy the talk. It was great being here. We're happy to support this event, and please let us know. We have a few colleagues here in the audience. If you have any questions, we'd be happy to help out. Thank you very much.